Hi guys, I am VP. It is the third video in our Learn to Earn book show. In this video, we are going to see about the Appendix 1, 2 as well as the conclusion for this book Learn to Earn. Okay, let's get started. In our first video, we have seen the preface, introduction and the first chapter, the history of capitalism. And in our second video, we have seen the basics of investing and lives of company and the investable grants. Now we are going to see the Appendix 1 and 2. Okay, and now in the Appendix 1, Peter Lynch talks about the stock picking tools. Peter Lynch mentioned that in earlier days, as a retail investor, to access the data of the company and to know about the company, it is really hard time for the investors. But nowadays, with the help of internet, for an individual investor, it is very easy to access the data and the price of the stock. So, in the stock picking tools, Peter Lynch mentioned about the some of the broker houses and some of the contacts where we can get the stock information. But now, due to the help of internet, there are many websites that show the data of the stocks itself. The first thing I have used to analyze the stock is the annual report of the company itself. And second, I use the moneycontrol.com, and third, I use the screener.in. I will give all the websites link in the description down below. Please check that out. Okay. In the stock picking tools, Peter Lynch mentioned how easy for an individual investor to access the data compared to the past living individual investors. And Peter Lynch wants every individual investor to take advantage of it and try to know more about the company. Okay. In the appendix 2, Peter Lynch mentioned about reading the numbers and how to disappear a balance sheet. That is how to understand and take advantage of a balance sheet and how to know better about the balance sheet. Okay, in the appendix 2, Peter Lynch mentioned about the reading the numbers. Okay, now let me tell you an important thing why an individual investor should read the balance sheet of the company. Peter Lynch says it is very important thing to analyze as an individual investor because the numbers don't lie. Peter Lynch quotes goes like, if a picture is worth 1,000 words in business, so is a number. No matter what the CEO says in the next text of the annual report, the numbers in the back of the report will give you the complete and unvanished account of the company's behavior. If you are really interested to know about the stocks and really know about how healthy the financial of the company are, then Peter Lynch also advised to please take a account scores according to Peter Lynch. Okay. And in the appendix 2, Peter Lynch mentioned about how to read the balance sheet of the company. In our previous video, in the fundamental analysis playlist, we have discussed how to analyze the annual report of the company, and in that annual report, what are the three main financial statements, that is P&L report, balance sheet and the cash flow statement. Peter Lynch takes an example of a business and he develops the business and he puts the balance sheet for that. In our previous videos, we have seen the balance sheet of the small restaurant business that we have created as well as the financial statement of the Infosys company. Please go check that out. This is what Peter Lynch mentioned in the appendix 2. Okay. And in the appendix 2, the main thing Peter Lynch talks about is that the company's CEO can lie about the company, the company's management can lie about the company, but the financial statement of the company will never lie about the real financial strength of the company. So, as an individual investor, we should definitely read and interpret the balance sheet of the company to know more about the financial strength of the company. This is what Peter Lynch mentioned in the appendix 2, the reading of the balance sheet as well as how to interpret with it. Okay. In the previous videos, we have seen who should select the individual stocks and who should not invest in the individual stocks. If we are an entrepreneur, then for us, index investing is a right choice, and we should always focus on our own business to develop in our life. And if we are a salary going person, then we should invest in the index fund as well as individual stocks, because at least we cannot be a business owner, but at least we can become a business partner with other existing businesses. This is what our mindset we should have while investing in the stock, and we should have a long-term view according to the Peter Lynch. And Peter Lynch asks us everyone to take a accounting course. But what I am saying is the main three questions we should ask before investing. That is what the business is doing. We should know in and out about the company business. And second one is the financial health. That is whether the company is making profit and whether how much debt the company has. Okay, this is the two parametric we should see while analyzing the financial strength of the company. And the third point is whether we are buying the company stock price at a correct valuation or not. We should always buy the stock price below its intrinsic value. We should not buy the stock price above its intrinsic value. Even though in the long term the company grows, the stock price will not appreciate if we buy the stock in the premium amount. Okay, this is the three things we should consider before investing in the stock. Okay, in the conclusion of the Learn to Earn book, I will give you four important points. The first one is don't take debt. The debt is a savings in a reverse way. So before you get start investing, please pay all your debts. That is the important point Peter Lynch mentioned in the book. And second one is have a long-term view. As an individual investor, please don't come into the stock market with the mindset of speculation. Always have a long-term view. And third one, as an individual investor, we should always invest in a very big companies with the very good financial health, so that our probability of losing our money in the stock market is little bit. And the fourth important point Peter Lynch mentioned is the SIP way, that is systematic investment plan. We should not get panic whether the market is going down or going up. We should not get the FOMO or we should not fear about the market. What we should do is For long term, we should invest some of the money in the stock market at a regular interval of time so that we can earn a very good profit in a large number of time. These are the main 4 points I learned in the Learn to Earn book, and I highly recommend you to read this book as an individual investor. Okay, that's how we completed the Learn to Earn book show, and in the next video, you can see the One Upon Wall Street written by the Peter Lynch. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you for watching.